Good morning and welcome to Falcon TV. It is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. I'm Kyrie with the rest of the Falcon TV crew.
Is caused by coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2, and coronavirus often circulates for years, causing respiratory infections and the common cold. Experts say the world is not going to extinguish coronaviruses anytime soon, nor will extinguish this specific one. The coronavirus is here to stay, as noted in the science journal Nature. The reasonable goal is to make it manageable, much like the seasonal flu. Fortunately, the vaccines are doing that. In fact, they're doing better than that. For fully vaccinated people, seriously illness from COVID is extremely rare, much rarer than currently vaccinated. The largest share of population offers a case study. One recent analysis looked at 600,000 Israelis who had received the COVID vaccines and found that only 21 later contracted the virus and had to be hospitalized. 21 is absolutely not zero. Vaccines are almost never perfect, but the COVID vaccines are turning it into the sort of risk that people accept every day. Here's another way to look at those numbers. Only 3.5 out of 100,000 people vaccinated were later hospitalized with COVID symptoms during a typical flu season in the US. By comparison, roughly 150 out of every 100,000 people are hospitalized with flu symptoms, and yet the seasonal flu does not grind life to a halt. It does not keep people from flying on airplanes, eating in restaurants, visiting their friends, or going to school and work. The vaccines are not produce COVID-0, but they are on pace, eventually and perhaps even by summer, to produce something that looks a lot like normalcy. However, the variants are still out there, and keeping to the restrictions for now is still the best bet. Experts such as White House Coronavirus Advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci, Moderna CEO Stephanie Bancel, and the World Health Organization Executive Director of the Health Emergency Program Dr. Mike Ryan have said the coronavirus may never go away. It may be an endemic like the flu now or chickenpox. It may someday go away, or it may never.
A dormant pecan farm has been redeveloped into the nation's largest free food forest. Thanks to a U.S. Forest Service grant and a partnership between the City of Atlanta, the Conservation Fund, and the Trees of Atlanta, you'll find 7.1 acres of land ripe with 2,500 pesticide-free edible and medicinal plants, only 10 minutes from Atlanta's airport, the world's busiest airport before the pandemic struck. The forest is in the Browns Mill neighborhood of southeast Atlanta, where the closest grocery store is a 30-minute bus ride away. The forest is part of the City of Atlanta's larger mission to bring healthy food within a half mile of 85% of Atlanta's 500,000 residents by 2022. Resources like the food forest are a rarity and necessity in Atlanta, as 1 in 6 Georgians face food insecurity. The forest is owned by the Parks Department, and more than 1,000 volunteers and neighbors are helping to plant, water, and maintain the forest. Initiatives to make urban cities more edible are catching on. There are at least 70 free food forests in the country.
When it comes to the environment, the government is taking action with one of the largest fleets of the vehicles in the U.S. Post Office has built its next generation mail delivery vehicle to make the UPS more environmentally friendly by switching a portion of its huge fleet to electric vehicles. The UPS described the deal as the first part of a multi-billion-dollar 10-year effort to replace its delivery vehicle fleet. The new vehicles will have more room and packages and will be updated with the modern and safety drivability standards like camera, airbags, collision avoidance systems. The vehicles will also be a combination of electric, gasoline, and power, but the gasoline-powered new vehicles will have the ability to be retrofitted with new electric systems in the future. The last postal service updated its mail delivery trucks 30 years ago, and there have been major changes, service, and operation since then. Traditional mail volumes have declined, while the service now delivers millions of packages from online retailers like Amazon that did not exist when the previous mail vehicle was introduced.
That's all for today, so for me and everyone here at the FTV crew, have a great day and stay safe.